Hello and welcome back to Horse Racing Today for a terrific Terry Thursday at Gulfstream Park today. A little hectic for me as I did the wrong day. So I had to rewind and go back and do today. So a little bit light on the notes in the back end of the card today for me. Terry looking to make it 3 days in a row, a hat trick for his best bet. I don't know how in the hell would I have 5 out of 9 winners yesterday, Terry, something like that.
You did.
Pick, and somehow didn't manage to put one winning ticket together. That's nearly impossible.
Yeah, you did have 5 out of 9. It was pretty nice, and a couple of them paid pretty well, and we both had all 3 pick 4s.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Sometimes it works out funny like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how you can pick 5 out of 9 winners and not manage to hit one. You're Benny into bets wagers, but that's the I guess the head scratching part of being a horse player. All right, what's not head scratching is free picks. Today's free picks are, I guess, at Mahoning Valley. I forgot, but there they go. I guess the second time this week we put the Ohio track in the free spot. It's a link in the description on YouTube. You'll also find it over at the Horse Racing Today right there. .net, horseracingtoday.net. Except instead of Tampa Bay Downs, it'll be Gulfstream Park right here. You'll see a link to today's smart sheets. You'll see how to use them. You'll see a tip jar. Please, if you like what we do, let us know. Right there is a link to the free track. And then, of course, right there is the link to the HRT gear. Right there you see it. Terry, let's go ahead and get going. We're race number 1 today at Gulfstream Park. It's going to be 1 mile on the turf course, so 1 complete turn around that grass track. And you're typically looking for horses on that 1 loop. Stalkers, 22% go wire to wire. Inside horses get a better opportunity than outside horses. So being forward in race number 1 is useful, Terry, but not necessary. But if you want one to go wire to wire, you don't have to look far.
Nope, you go with that number 4 horse.
Yeah, you do. New life. As far as our race shape is concerned, you see here, most of these horses want to be middle forward. Could give a little bit of an edge to the horses that want to come from off the pace, Terry. Our C-zone measures which horses are likely to get the best trips today, and we see quite a few of them with dark green.
Oh, that's right. There's a lot of them over that 50%. A couple of them in the 90%. So they're going to all be pretty comfortable here.
If you like playing jockeys and trainers, Terry, you don't have to look past the green here either.
Yeah, you got the 7 is the best jockey, 4 best trainer. But I think the 7 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting a race that's pretty wide open. Nobody has hit par so far. Most of them are close to it, but not really getting there. Maybe in this race, Terry, looking for an overlay might be the smart thing to do.
Yeah, take a look at the 4. He's got an overlay from 6-1 to 10-1. 6 is overlay from a nice 4-1 to a nice 20-1, and the 11 has an overlay from 9-2 to 20-1.
Yes, over here you see that the 6, 11, 9, 4, and 8, when we did our simulations for the race, those are your favorites according to our sim odds. The 2 horse with the most late speed is the horse that does grade out as our top total pace horse. So this is a wide open race, Terry, to get started. And how did you get started?
I like the 7, Always Ready. Won last race at Gulfstream Park, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then 2, Only You, won at last race at Gulfstream Park as well, has a high percentage winning trainer. Lasix added. Then the 1, Karaoke Comedy, also won his last race at Gulfstream Park, switches to high percentage winning jockey, and Lasix is added. And then 9, The Greatest, again, won his last race at Gulfstream Park. So there's a lot of winners in here at Gulfstream. Likes the distance. Lasix is added. No additional bets for me here.
Looks like we only agree on 1 horse here, the 7 horse, Always Ready. I have the 8 horse at the top of my picks. Imperia Blue should be off the pace. Better early pace last time out. First time Lasix, and going to close down on these guys at the end of the 4 horse. New Life. Better early pace, better fractions. Maybe the most upside in this race in just its 3rd career start. The 7 horse, Always Ready, won her last race despite the jockey Irat Ortiz losing the crop. So they just ran on its own. 2nd start after a layoff and a crop today. Could be useful. And then finally, Reina del Viento. This one's moving up the speed ladder. If she can translate those speed figure increases from all weather to turf, might come in at a nice price CO today. Look at that, 20-1 morning line. I'm going to put it, what the hell, I got some good prices in here. I'm going to go 4, 6, 7, 8 for my trifecta box. I probably should play exacta boxes because in every one of those races that I didn't hit the trifecta in, Terry, I think I had the exacta in them.
You did.
Enough to make you go mad. Mahoney canceled today. Well, there you go. It's the free track. No wonder. All right. So where can you watch those videos? You can watch them on TVG or Twin Spires or anywhere, Jesus Hernandez, that you can watch the races or bet on them. If you can bet on them, whatever those platforms are, you can watch them. In race number 2, our good friend Don Johnson likes to see our picks, a little foreshadowing so that we put together some daily doubles. So there you go. A little bit of a hint as to what's next. Terry, what's next is what everybody ought to do so they don't miss Foreign Friday tomorrow when Thomas and I return for the first show of 2026. And we're going to go to our favorite of all places, Shawton in Hong Kong.
All right. Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that little bell. That way, it'll tell you what time that's going to start tomorrow, about 30 minutes before it starts. And you want to watch Foreign Fridays. They're really good to watch. Thomas and Rich know a lot about the foreign horses. They do really well on that. And then go down and copy that link and share it with everybody you know. They can come and check us out too. I know they're going to like what they see. It doesn't cost them anything. It's really easy to do. Go to our social sites at Horse Racing Today, number at X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Skies, and give us a thumbs up and a like, and keep these comments coming as we like to see them during the show.
Yes, you see the social sites all streaming down there below. And also hit us up in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching in the world. Just say hi if you want. You can thumbs up, but no middle fingers up. You can do that too, I suppose, if you want in the comment section, because I forget who said it, but love me or hate me, it doesn't matter. All publicity is good publicity, but really all interaction is good interaction because it helps boost our social media scores. So when other people are searching for horse racing content, they might find Terry and I. And if we can get over 10,000 subscribers this year, it really would unlock a lot of stuff for us. We are going to be bringing a whole lot of new content to you pretty soon. I'm just about done with some of the programming for the smart sheets, so we can do every track around the U.S. and Woodbine. And I suppose if I can find the data resources, any track in the world. So that's forthcoming in this year. How much time are left? First race, they're just loading up in the gates. That's why we're killing time. But we're having one of the horses right now, the 6 horse, is waiting for somebody else who's being a little obstinate to get into the gates, it seems like. The 6 horse looks pretty poised, so I don't think that's the one causing the trouble. I don't know. Whatever reason, though, they're just circling that 6 horse while everything else is going. Looks like a beautiful day down there in Hallandale Beach, Florida. Just a little bit north of Miami, if I believe. Driving in there's a little shady, but I think once you get past the track and closer to the ocean, it looks like it's a little bit nicer out there. You've been there, right, Terry?
I have. Yeah, I love the place. It's really a nice facility.
Mm-hmm. You get to go in for free, too. You don't have to pay to go in. There's a casino as you walk in. And, yeah, it's pretty nice.
It is, yeah.
And there's like a little shopping area, like one of those shopping areas where you have like those high-end stores that are kind of like the discount variety. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice down there. I like the Florida weather. I know a lot of people don't like the heat in the summertime, but heat and humidity doesn't bother me, not one lick, Terry.
Wow. I don't mind the heat. The humidity I don't like.
Are we getting a late scratch or something here? I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
I know they're circling the 10 horse in. That
Yeah.
one's Brat Girl. Then Little Torch is going to go in, and then they might be ready to go. I think they finally got the 6 to load. I think they're waiting on the 11. I think the 11 is the 11 in already. No, here comes the 11 now. And they're all set for the opener today for the wonderful baritone sounds of our good friend Pete Aiello down in South Florida. And they're off in the running for this Thursday. And the 7-horse gets off to the lead. He's being challenged by the 4 and the 11. So look at that, Terry. The 3 horses that we said would compete for the lead indeed are competing for the lead. The 7, 4, and the 11. Does look like the 11, Little Torch, has taken the torch. He's torching the track right now, too, at 35-1. He looks like he's going to set some fastish fractions indeed. 23 and almost a half second. 4 horse is trotting along at 14-1 in second place. And then there's the 2 horse, Only You, with a nice tracking trip, sitting in third. I don't like that the 4 horse is kind of like watching the 11 horse. I like when their heads are straight ahead and not like trying to figure out what the other guy is doing. You know what I'm saying, Terry?
I do, yeah.
But the 4 horse, after a quarter of 46 3/4 seconds, is moving nicely. The jockey on the 2, Only You, is out. The 7 horse, the favorite, rallying right now. I think the 2 horses' day could be done, Terry. The 4 horse is moving up nicely up into the first place there. He's got to be careful not to cut off the horse, but he's making space. You got a late runners coming in here, Terry. It looks like it could be pretty wide open. I need that 7 to hang on. The 6 horse is going to get up to get to the lead. I don't know what the I shouldn't say that, but here we go. The 4 horses emerging. Come on, 7, get third. Get third. Boom. It's going to be close, Terry. The 4 horse did win. How did you like that call? Can you imagine?
That's good.
Pete Aiello throwing out the
14-1 too on that 4.
yeah, but I don't know if the 7 hold on for third or not. I think the 1 might have got him. I think the 6, I don't know who I think it went 4-6, right?
Could be.
Because the 6 is a bomb too. No, the 6 horse won.
Oh, the 6
horse 13-1 over to 14-1. And if the 7 held on for third, come on, man. Yeah,
not the inside horse, the 1 grand third.
You know, that just sucks. You know what, Terry?
Well, my third choice, you should have used mine too.
Yeah. And that's going to be a hell of a trifecta. You know what's sad about all that? The 1 horse was actually my very next pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the 8 horse was rallying too. So, well, maybe I get lucky for once and catch a head bob. All right, anyway, no luck or whatever. Decent handicapping there. Look at that 6 horse, Terry. Why do we do what we do?
Yeah.
Morning line simulation favorite. The 4 horses right in there as well. 1 horse didn't show up, and that's probably why I didn't put him in. All right, anyhow, we move on. No use crying in lost photos. Otherwise, I would never stop crying, right?
Yeah, me too.
What the hell? To lose by a head, Bob, that would have paid so nice. All right, anyhow, race number 2, Terry. What we're looking for in this respect is 5.5 furlongs on the all-weather track. Early speed, 41% of the time. You get to the lead. You keep the lead all the way around the track. The rail is fair. 2 and 3 a discount. 4 throughout. A little bit of a bonus, but inside being a little better than outside. So if you got some Buffalo Girl speed on the outside in race number 2, Terry, you got a chance.
Well, we do. We have a 9 on that outside, but we also have a 4, which is about in the middle of the pack. Those 2 could go head-to-head to the quarter pole.
Yeah, it looks like they could. Looks like a race 2 where everybody can hit par. Again, this measures how closely the horses have come or if they have exceeded the par speed figure, in this case being 85. I don't really like how Adobe works in here, but there you go, 85. So that means risk factor, maybe -1, ran at 84. Everybody else has hit par. Our par plus, Terry, we do 1,000 simulations where we calculate out and project speed figures. Which one of these horses today has the best chance to find that 85 today?
Well, it's really between the 1, 7, and 9 have the best chance. They're all in the 40%.
Yeah, so 420 out of 1,000 times. The 9 horse hit that barometer, Terry. If you're looking for some jockeys and trainers, looks like a lot of good trainers in here, but the jockey's a little bit more sparse.
Yeah, the best jockey's the 1, and the best trainer is the 9, but the best jockey-trainer combination is certainly the 1.
Yeah, indeed. Our race shape is pretty balanced in here, so really no big favorites in terms of getting a great advantage, although the 9 and the 7, whenever you get lone EPs and lone PCs, Sesame Street style, those horses have a pretty good chance, Terry. It does look like one of them has an excellent C-zone debut.
Yeah, 7's going to be the most comfortable running in here. It's 90.22%.
It's also our simulation favorite. Hell, the 6 horse won the last race as the simulation favorite. The 9 horse is your top total pace. So you got the 2 Sesame Street horses, Terry, topping our 2 lists over here, where a lot of winners can be found. Do the 9 or the 7 top your lists?
No, I'm going with the risk factor. The 1 finished in the money 4 of the last 5 starts and won 2 of those. Early speed suits the shorter distance, and the trainer and jockey have high win rates. Nero Tulip, the 4, won 1 race out of 2 starts at Gulfstream Park, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning jockey. And then I like that 9, Sabian, won 3 races out of the last 5 starts, so likes to win. Switches to high percentage winning trainer and has a nice bullet workout on December 31st. And then the 7 is my long shot, Sheer Magic. Won 2 races out of the last 3 starts. Trainer and jockey also have high win percentages. I'm going to play the very first Don Johnson Miami Vice pick 4, 1479 with a 357 with a 47 with a 1367, a $48 ticket.
You know, I feel like in that first race, I put the mojo on me. Remember, I said I should do exacta boxes instead of trifecta boxes, Terry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that exacta, the $1 exacta, 6 with 4, paid $186. And if I had put the 1 in there, that 50-cent trifecta, Terry, paid $700, $705.75.
Wow.
If you put the 1 in there with the 7, who was the favorite, that superfecta 6417 for a dime, Terry, for a dime.
Oh boy.
$736.32. That's, remember that old TV show, Big Money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big money for sure. I have the 9 horse, the top of my ticket in the second race, Sabian. It's the lone EP horse. I talked about those Sesame Street styles. Drops as your top total pace horse in here. Been off for more than a year, but much like horses that are making their first start, I look at those workouts when horses been off for a while. It has a bullet and go, meaning that last workout, bullet. Number 1 risk factor is our top par plus horse in here. Much better. Early pace in its last, cutting back from a route to a sprint. Then the 7 horse, who maybe Irad should have dropped the crop in that last race too. Sheer Magic is your simulation favorite, Terry, with the best C-zone by a decent margin. That usually works out. And then Nero Tulip, the likely pace setter, the 4 horse, where 41% of the horses go wire to wire. The reason I downgraded this guy a touch is I am really big on patterns. And if you look back at the horse's resume on first starts after a layoff, it's pretty spotty. My pick 4, 1, 7, 1, 4, 7, 9, 2, 3, 5, and 7, 4 and 7. So we agree on that third leg. And then 3, 6, and 8, Terry, on the back end. Race 3, next for you and me, my friend. We're going to talk about 6 furlongs. It's going to be a maiden claiming. One of the things as we talk about on the show regularly with maiden races is you're looking at that speed number 75. The first thing Smart Sheets will tell you is which horses have hit 75, Terry, and that is a resounding
none.
Yes. A big red pole right there, Terry, for sure. Well, you only have 2 horses that have experience. You got the 3 and the 6. The 6 did not finish within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. That means everybody else is a first-time starter, Terry. So based on those first-time starter numbers, we look at these columns over here, and what do we see?
Well, take a look at the 7. It has a 2.63% number, which is above the 2.5 we like to see, and a back bullet. So that's a pretty nice one. And that's followed up by the 2 of the 2.33 and 2 or 3 others that are really close to there.
Yeah, for sure. What we're looking at there is anytime you have all no's, I mean, you 100% have to look at the first-time starters. Considering everybody but the 3 and the 6 are first-time starters, the next thing you want to look at are the jockeys and the trainers, Terry, and what do you see there?
Well, the 5 is the best jockey, the 7 the best trainer, but I think the 7 is also the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, maybe the 3 horse kind of fits in there as well. Nothing else really matters with only 2 horses. So from there, Terry, we go about making our picks, and what you got?
Well, I like the 3, my girl Nina, third last out versus similar, and drops class, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and they add Lasix today. Then I like a first time starter, Coated Elegance, the 7, whose dam has 5 winners from 6 starters, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 25% of the dirt starts that he has a horse running in. Then I like 5, another first time starter whose dam has 2 winners from 3 starters and has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 23% of the debut maiden claiming race. And then the third long shot, the 1, Cherry Lady, is a first time starter as well. Rail Post wins at a 25% clip, has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me here.
All right. As for myself, Terry, I have the 7-horse Coated Elegance. That is your first time starter. And, I like to look back at those back bullet workouts and see how they look. On November 30th, Coated Elegance, 4 furlong work, Terry, in 46 seconds. What do they call that?
Very, very fast.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. That's kind of almost an in-race type number. Then I have the 3-horse, the horse that last time out was the best horse in there. First Lasix, probably going to help this heavy favorite. The question is, how low do the odds go on my girl Nina? The 5-horse viable asset didn't really rank out as the next best in terms of those first-time starter numbers, but got to look at Irad Ortiz coming on a horse where the dam has put out winners. Obviously, the line maker thinks something's valuable, either that or just banking on people betting on Irad. And then here comes Pedal, the 2-horse. That's the second highest rated first-time starter, and does have some of the best debut and maiden numbers for the trainer. And it's 20-1 odds. So what the hell? 2, 3, 5, 7 is my 50-cent exacta box, and I'll probably be kicking myself again for not doing an exacta like I should have done all day yesterday. Good morning. How are you? Who won the first race at Parks? It went, not at Parks. Race 1 went the 6, then the 4, unfortunately the 1, and then the 7, as I did not have the 1 in my trifecta picks. Race 4 coming up for Terry and I. In this scenario, they're going to run 5 furlongs on the all-weather surface, the Tapeta, everybody's favorite. At that distance, Terry, early speed wins. 38% of the time it wins wire to wire. 1 through 7, they have a fair go at it, just a touch under par. And then 8 and out, that's the best place to be. So in race number 4, Terry, some speed, particularly more so towards the outside.
That's right. There's the 4, 2, and 7 all have speed, and 3 all pretty close. So I think depends on who gets the best break done, who gets that quarter pole first.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. As far as our race shape is concerned, everybody wants to be middle forward. So getting a good trip will matter, Terry, but really nobody scoring high here.
No, the only one, the highest is the 1 at 20.6%. So the rest of them have some numbers except for the 6, but they're not all real big.
They're all yes horses. So maybe what we want to do is look at improvement. You see right here, the 4 and the 6 have shown better pace, mid-pace last time out as well. Better quarter-mile fractions, better quarter to the half fractions. Maybe class droppers would work, the 4 or the 1. Maybe getting the right jockey trainer would work, Terry.
3 is the best jockey, 7 best trainer, but I think the 7 is also the best trainer-jockey combination.
Yes, the 4 is a heavy simulation favorite over the rest of the field. The 2-horse grades out as your top total pace pick. Terry, who grades out as your top selection in the race number 4?
I like the 7 Plum Irish, won last race at Gulfstream Park, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like the 4 drops in class today, highest last speed rating, highest speed figure at today's distance. Sarah's Rose, the 2, is my third choice, finished the money in 3 races out of 5 starts, winning 2 of those, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer. And then Goody's Girl, the 3, is my long shot. She ran second versus Tupper on the dirt in the last race, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the Miami Vice pick 4, 4-7 with the 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 with the 1, 4 with the 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, a $50 ticket.
Yeah, I have the 4-horse Spiked Spiteful Election. Okay, I was going to go real careful with that in there because I didn't want to mess up that election part. It is your simulation favorite. It is your pace setter. Bunch go wire to wire. Plum Irish, that 7-horse. Repeat of its last race would be good enough. And when the trainer keeps that horse in the claiming ranks, turns around and wins at 32%. The 2-horse, Sarah's Rose, is your top total pace. Another one of those horses that should challenge for the lead. And then finally, I'm going to go with the 6-horse, Smooth Claret. That's a pretty good late speed edge in there. Maybe cutting back in distance helps because he can put a little bit more effort into the giddy up and go as they get going. Like you, Terry, I'm going to start my pick 4 with the 4 and the 7. Then I go 3, 5, 6, and 8. Then 1, 4, and 6. And then 2, 5, 6, and 7. That is also $48 because I usually do I always do some pattern of 2, 3, 4, and 4 unless there's something I really, really, really like. 10 races today in South Florida. Usually we get away with 8 at Gulfstream Park. Apparently they're tired of us taking it easy, Terry. In race number 5, they're going to go 6 furlongs. Again, another one of these maiden races where you want to pay absolute attention to the par speed figure. In this case, 79, Terry. In race number 5, we see 1 that gets the green light.
Yeah, that's that 3 got it either equaled or exceeded the par speed number for today's race.
Yes, and if you look over here, Terry, the 1, 3, and 7 want to be out on the front. The 6, Terry, wanted to close last time out. The 5, the 8, the 9, and 10, not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. As far as C-zones are concerned, Terry, we got 1 that gets above 50%.
Yeah, the 9 at 73.09%. It's a pretty nice number.
1 on the 6th race. Who gives me a piece of information on the 6th race? We're coming up on the 6th race in just a moment, my friend. And we're coming up on Terry's best bet there too. So just hang tight. If you want some speed, the 8-horse in race number 5 is the way to go in here, Terry. But with these horses that are not close, another indication of a horse you might want to look at here is the 6-horse, Eyes on the Ground. Second race upside puts that horse's potential speed figure at 88, which is well above that 79 par speed figure. Couple of class droppers in here, Terry. Biggest class dropper being the 8, Beau Black, moving down 1.2 lengths. I don't think you have to go very far off these top 2, Terry, to find the best jockey-trainer combo.
That's right. The 1 has the best jockey, but the 2's pretty close too. But the 3 has the best trainer and the trainer. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the 3.
Yeah,
3 has the best trainer jockey combination.
The 6-horse is your simulation favorite. Big late speed edge, 5 points better than everybody else. 5 points equals 1 length, roughly. 6 also your top total pace horse in there, Terry. So do you go with the yes horse or do you go with the second-time starter horse?
I like the 6, Eyes on the Ground. Ran second in debut race. Drops in class today. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Tied with another horse. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like the 3, Simo at the Big A. Third last out against Tougher. Shares top speed, dirt speed today. Drops in class today. Has a trainer and jockey that have high win rates. And then number 1 Spectacle is my long shot. Ran second versus similar last race. Rail Post winning a 25% clip. Has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 25% of the maiden claiming races he has horses in. And then my long shot is Turbo Fire. The 7 will improve while returning to dirt and a sprint, and Lasix is added. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, Eyes on the Ground does have that second race upside, puts that horse well past the par mark in this case. The 3-horse, Simo at the Big A. That's your morning line favorite. It's the only yes horse, and Irad on horse taking a drop in class. Beau Black, the 8-horse, second race upside as well. One of my favorite things about this, Terry, is that this horse in its last race, Beau Black, in its debut, right, came out, showed some giddy up and go, and then steadily went backwards. Those horses usually do improve in the second start. And then getting the Lasix as well. That's a big boost. And then finally, the 5-horse, as we go through all of these horses real quick, you'll see Maiden Claiming. That's a pretty big drop, though. Maiden Claiming, Maiden Claiming, optional claiming, actually. Maiden claiming. Here you have maiden claiming. Here you have maiden special weights, maiden claiming, and then first time starter, and then maiden claiming. So the 5-horse is your only pure special weight dropper. I don't care how they look on paper. You got to have those horses in your picks. And that's why it's a part of my $5 exacta key box. 6 over the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 8. Before we move off to the second half of the card, Terry, again, tomorrow, Thomas and I will get back for Foreign Friday. We are going to cover Sha Tin in Hong Kong. And Monday, we'll return for Parks. Tuesday, we'll return for Parks. Not quite sure what we'll do Wednesday and Thursday because sometimes the tracks put, maybe Aqueduct runs on Wednesday. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know half the time. So to make sure you know what we're going to do before we know what we're going to do, what's the smartest thing you can do?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell so you're notified about all the different programs about 30 minutes before they start. Copy the link down below to share with all your friends, neighbors, and relatives. They can come and check us out. Go to our website at Horse Racing, the number 2 day, and give us a thumbs up and a like at X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky. And then keep the comments coming and picks as we really enjoy to see them. They help us out quite a bit.
Yeah, any kind of interactivity, as I pointed out, does help us find our way higher in the search engine ranking. So we greatly appreciate that. All right, Terry, how long do we have to race number 2 over there? 4 minutes?
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, so that means about 20 minutes down there.
Yep.
All right, so that race 6 is what we'll do. We'll get cracking on the second half of the card here. Race number 6. All right, well, we were asked about race number 6 just a minute ago by Luis, so here we go. By Franklin. So let's go going. Race number 6, Terry. In the 6th race, we're looking at 5 furlongs on the turf, kicking up some grass and doing so pretty fast, Terry. That's probably the way to the winner's circle because you will find at the distance that approximately 48%, almost half of the horses, Terry, get to the lead and they keep the lead. There's really no deal breakers or deal makers as most of the post positions play pretty fair. So in race number 6, Terry, if you want some speed, you don't have to look past.
Number 6. That's the most speed in there, and I think that 6 is going to get out there, get to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, you see the 6 and 7 want to be out front. Everybody else, middle back. That really should favor those two, Terry, and it does look like the 6 and the 7 will enjoy their front runner status today.
They sure will, along with that 5 and the 8.
Yeah, they have really high C zones over there, Terry. And this race where everybody except the 3-horse, which is a big, big overlay, Terry. Everybody's hit no. So I was about to go to the overlays and maybe took a little bit of that away. Only the 7 is another overlay. So what do you got in terms of jockeys and trainers?
Well, the 4's got the best jockey. 6 got the best trainer. But I think the 6 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
For the first time today, we see a top last race speed figure edge 3 points or greater than everybody else in the last race. That is the buyer, Ed Edge. So you got to look at that 4-horse. Doesn't rank out anywhere else at the top. So you got the 3 as the simulation favorite from 20 to 1 down to 2. All right. You got the 1-horse as your top total pace. So do you go speed? Do you go sim fave? Do you go total pace? Or do you go speed figure, Terry, in race 6?
Well, I like the 1 Sticky McNickens. Ran second versus Zimmer on an all-weather track in the last race. High percentage winning trainer and jockey stats. My Voodoo Doll, the 4, has a 67% in the money rate at Gulfstream, winning 33% of those starts. Likes the distance with a 40% in the money and 20% run rate. Then Java Buzz, the 6, has placed in the top 3 in the last 4 races, including one win matched for the fastest turf speed today and is paired with a successful trainer and jockey. I like 2 Quizler. Longshot has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 17% of the race when taking a horse from a route to a sprint and has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me here.
All right, in race number 6, I'm going to go with that 6-horse, Terry, in there as my first selection. Java Buzz. Could be buzzing when the gates open as the pace setter, where almost half of the horses that get the lead keep the lead. we're going to get decent odds on that guy. Best C zone. So we've seen many, many, many times horses that have above, when they have looks like an excellent chance to get to the lead. I mean, almost double everybody else. And you pair that up with the C zone. I don't know how many times, Terry, we've seen those horses go wire to wire. Then the 4-horse, My Voodoo Doll. Top last race speed figure, 4 points or 3 points. Did I type it wrong? Yeah, too many fours in there. 3 points better than everybody else. Irad Ortiz is on the mount today, but this horse is making the second start after a layoff. And I look back at all the other second starts and it regressed almost in every single one. So maybe Irad can reverse that trend. Sticky McShinkins, Terry. You got to be careful with that one, too. You can get yourself barred. Anyway, this horse is as consistent as can be. And if you look at its past performances, should be involved from the gate to the wire. And then finally, Quizler. If that horse can run back to the last time it ran at Gulfstream Park for 5 furlongs on the turf, would have a great chance. And I think moving to Tyler Gaffley owned today gives it an even better chance. $5 exact key box, Java Buzz over the 1, the 2, and the 4. That should put us on the doorstep of race number 2. Right now, they're still kind of moving around a little bit, Terry. So just a quick reminder that over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet today, the canceled Mahoning Valley is your free track. I'll move that over to Turf Paradise in a little bit. When the show is over at horseracingtoday.net, you will see our picks and a race replay along with, if you click on that right there, you'll get our smart sheets, how to use them. If you like what we do, the tip jar right there for your utility. And then, of course, the link to the free canceled track today. Hit that HRT gear button right there. Come on over here and get yourself some Horse Racing Today gear, Terry. And that's one way you can help the show. And I guess for the third time today, what's another way you can help the show?
Go ahead and, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost anything. It's very easy to do. Go ahead and hit the bell so you can find out about Foreign Fridays coming up and what time they come up. They tell you about 30 minutes before that. Copy the link below and share it with everybody you know so that they can come and see what's going on with us. And then go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Skies, and Horse Racing, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And then also keep these questions and comments coming and picks as we like to see them. Helps with our.
Yes, indeed. Any sort of interactivity, as we've talked about many times, makes a big, big difference. And we greatly, greatly appreciate that for sure. Let's see how we look here, Terry, on race number 2. Well, they are starting to get into the gate. So let's see what we think for race number 2. We think the 4 and the 9, but the 1 and the 2 can be engaged early on. The 4-horse right now is your favorite at 5-2. That is the morning line. The 7-horse, 10-1 on that 7-horse, Terry. We got a 3-1. The sim favorite came through last time. Maybe it comes through this time. Next up is the 9, 7-2 versus 3-1. So basically fair value on that 9-horse. All right. Well, anyway, we're going to get running in race number 2 as we kick off the first of the pick 4s. You said yesterday we hit all 3 of them, Terry. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
Let's see if we can keep the streak at least alive through the first leg, Terry.
All right.
We both have the 1, the 4, the 7, and the 9. So the 4-horse has darted to the lead, Terry. Again, amazing how accurate at times these smart sheets can be if we can only find a way to sell them. The 5-horse is in between it and the 9. So that guy stepped forward a little bit more today than anybody expected. The 4-horse at 5-2. It's not your favorite right now. The 9-horse is your favorite. The 9-horse has gallivanted into second place, although the 1 is getting a little better trip than the 9 is at the moment. The 4 is really out on the front there. Nice steady hold for Neuro Tulip as he makes his way up the track a little bit. The 9 is coming pretty aggressively in here, but he cut off the 1 pretty well. So I think you're likely to get a claim here. The 8-horse is going to make a shot for an in-the-money finish. I think you're going to find it's going to go 9-4-1, Terry. I think you're going to find that the 9 gets a claim against him because he did cut off that 1 and really didn't give him anywhere to go. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
And I think that'll be the case too. All right. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. Play the 9. They sent me alone. All right. So you got the 9 horse in race number 2. Let's see. Brother, where are you watching the races at Gulfstream? 4 wine. Where are the races seen? TVG, Twin Spires. The 6 horse won the first race at Gulf. The second one, I don't know which track you guys are talking about. But anyway, the 9 did win race number 2 but I do think there's going to be a claim. You watched the race, Terry. What do you think?
I think so. Yeah, he really disturbed that one. He cut off the pathway for it, so it had to go back towards the rail. And
I think so.
Yeah, and did the one run second?
I think the one ran third.
Did he?
I think he did run third.
I thought
Had he run? You thought he got by the 4 at the end? They have 9-4-1-8.
Okay, he did not get by that 4 then.
No, so I think what you're going to see is the 9 end up in third. But I mean, I could be completely wrong because more often than not on those things, what you think you saw and what actually happened aren't always the same.
That's true.
All right, so now we're going to do race number 7, right?
Yeah.
All right, so race number 7 is next on our agenda. And in race number 7, let me pop this up here real quick. Race number 7, we're looking at all-weather, 5 furlongs. So again, the profile of the winner for a 5 furlonger on that AstroTurf, early speed, 38% of the horses go wire to wire. Post positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are fair 8 and out, get a little bit of a bonus. So in race number 7, Terry, do we got any? You know what's funny, really? At Parks, when we're looking for inside speed, we never get any. And now we're looking for outside speed, and we're not getting any either.
Well, we're getting all the inside speed here, 2 and 3, with the 6 followed up as the third horse. So, but the 2 and 3 could go head to that quarter pole.
Yeah, it could indeed. As far as our race shape, you got a lot of early speed here. Not surprising, short sprint. A couple of horses that want to come off the pace, perhaps. Sesame Street horses, Terry, they're unlike the others. So maybe if the 1 or the 5 have strong C zones, they would be worth some consideration. And they both have decent numbers in that column.
Yeah, they're both above 50%, especially the 5 is 79.8%. But look at that 2 at 91.83%. It's really going to be comfortable for most of these horses.
Mm-hmm. As far as the simulation favorite is concerned, Terry, the 7, pretty strong simulation favorite relative to everybody else. It also grades out as our top par plus. When those two things add up, those horses tend to do very well, but they also tend to be kind of low in terms of odds. So you want to look elsewhere. You do got a strong trainer on the 7, but maybe a jockey merits a view somewhere else.
Well, the 2 has the best jockey, and actually the 6 has the best trainer by a little teeny bit, according to the data. But the 2 is the best jockey-trainer combination, I think.
Yeah, it is indeed. The 5 horse Adversary is the only horse that has put in a par race for this level, and that number would be 83. So only the 5 has got above that, Terry. And if we look at our par plus, really only 3 horses with a chance to do it again today.
Yeah, the 5, 6, and 7, and their chance is not real big, but the 7 has the best chance.
Yeah, the 7 does indeed have the best chance to do that. Well, to start off the late daily double, Terry, in race number, what are we in, race 7, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do a late pick 4. What do we got? I'm forgetting where we at. Go ahead.
7 is my top pick, Coffee at KJ's. Finished third versus similar in the last race. Best all-weather speed is fast among today's starters. Tied with another. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then Transactional Guy is the second choice. Drops and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And drops in class. Early running speed style helps chances. So the shorter distance will be a plus. Adversary, the 5's third choice, ran second versus similar in the last race. Has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 17% of the races on an all-weather surface, and has a high percent winning jockey. Valiant Winner is the 1, is my long shot, won at Gulfstream Park last race, and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play the last Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 4, 1, 2, 5, 7, with 4, 6, with 6, 8. And I'm going to finish up with a 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, $48 ticket.
I'm going to go with the 7-horse 2 Coffee at KJ's. Biggest, well, it's one of the biggest simulation favorites on the day. It's also your top total pace horse. As I mentioned, when you see that A plus B equals C, that's usually a horse that's going to contend for the win today. And then maybe at 7-2, I would take a 7-2 winner, Terry. I know you would too. The 5-horse, as we pointed out in our smart sheets, is the only horse so far that's gotten to par. Did show some better early pace, better late pace in its last race. The 2-horse, Transactional Guy. It's your pace setter, Terry. It looks like in here, right? One of them anyway. It's also a very strong C-zone. And when you see all of these horses lined up like that at the front of the pack, you want the speed of the speed, or you want the horse that's going to be second. Anything behind those horses usually lose confidence and fall off. Then I'm going to go with the 6-horse, Pancho Slips Away. Again, our smart sheet shows that one as your biggest class chopper. Pretty solid trainer on the mix there as well. And another horse that could challenge for the early status. I'm going to go pick 4. I'm only going to go 2 horses here, Terry. Probably regret it. I'm going to go the 7 and the 5, and then the 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then the 2, 3, 6, and 8, and then the 1, 4, and 8. Yeah, that's my pick for $48. Race number 8 next on our agenda. 3 races to go for you and I this week, Terry. Going to run a little bit different here. 1.70 miles on that all-weather surface. Does favor stalkers. Still Emmitt Smith, one of the best Florida grads ever in the NFL anyway. They go wire to wire. We also see in this scenario that the post positions are mostly fair. So really no big edge for anybody in there, Terry. So in race number 8, we want horses that are middle forward. More often than not, that's where you'll find your winner. And you got a handful of them that are going to challenge early on.
That's right. I think it's anybody's race as far as getting to that quarter pole first.
It does look like it. And really nobody, only the 4 and 6 want the lead. The 2, the 3, the 7, and 8, we want to pressure. The 5-horse wants to close. So some balance in this race, Terry, but there's no balance as to which horses have hit par.
Yeah, 7's the only one that's hit or exceeded the speed per race number for this race, with the 4 coming within 2 points and the 6 coming within 4.
Yeah, and if you look over here, the 5-horse, it looks like, right? Yep, Chicken Dance. That has second race par ability, where it can speed figure can go up to 85 versus a bunch of no's and a maybe 81. So it's a little bit of a hurdle to get over it, but not that big of a jump. Still has a chance to do it in there. You do see here Manoa's Glory did show some better early pace, better fractions last time out. Sometimes those horses find their way to the winner's circle. In these races that are wide open, we like to find standout C-zones, Terry, but we're not going to find one here.
No, they're all pretty good. So all of them are going to be very comfortable in here.
We do see here the 4-horse, Terry, is our simulation favorite. It's a horse that should be on the lead. It has an 18-point, holy Lord. That's about 3.5 lengths late speed edge over everybody else, and going to be on the front too. I mean, you can't pass what you can't catch, and the horse has a 20-point total pace edge, Terry. That's, what is that, 4 lengths?
Yeah.
Is the 4-horse going to run away with this?
Well, let me see. I think that the 4-horse will run away with this. Ramses the Great won the last race at Gulfstream Park by a whopping 6 lengths. Best all-weather speed is fast among today's starters, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then the 6, Now Nick, finished in the money in 3 races out of 4 career starts, winning the last at Gulfstream Park. They added Lasix. Number 8, Complexed, won at Gulfstream Park in the last race, has a high percentage winning jockey. And then my favorite bird is my long shot. He also won the last race at Gulfstream Park and has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me here.
I have the 5-horse in here. Chicken Dance, the second race upside, puts it past par. And most of the horses are no's. My favorite bird stomped in the last race, better in the second up, catching first time Lasix, and that is your only yes horse in the field. Then you got Ramses the Great. You know what movie that's from, Terry?
Not really.
Nacho Libre. Ramses the Great. Do you ever see that movie?
No.
It's worth watching with Jack Black. It's indeed he is a wrestler in Mexico. It's pretty funny. At the same time, he's like works for a seminary or where they have little kids and stuff. But anyway, pretty funny movie. And so he goes and he does wrestling to make money for the kids. Anyway, Not Now Nick, the 6 horse, is going to get the 4th selection for me. That one is another that fired in its last race. First time Lasix could add more fuel. This race looks pretty open to me, so no bets for me as well. Race number 9, I'm guessing, is going to be Terry's best bet of the day. We'll find out in just a minute why that is the case. But first, I got to do a little production, Terry, hitting all of these buttons to get us set up. We're going to go a mile, optional claiming, 1 mile at Gulfstream Park. And this is a key differentiator from any other tracks. It's a one turn. Most of the time, one-turn tracks act more like sprints than routes, and that's what we find here. Early speed does win more often than not. 21% of the time, it wins on the lead. Pretty strong rail for Vivi. Get your guns. 2 through 7 a discount. 8 and out is the best place to be. So are we finally going to get Buffalo Girl on the outside, Terry? We are.
Yes, we are. That 8's got really nice speed numbers, so it should get to that quarter pole first.
I do agree with you on that. You see over here, though, that 8 horse, Terry, getting to the quarter horse first is a PC type. So that's a left arrow action. The 4 horse wants the lead. So 4 and the 8, they should be pretty happy out there, Terry. Again, another one of those races, though, where a lot of horses stack up and could get a trip that works.
Yeah, most of them are above 50% threshold, and a couple of them are real close to it.
They are indeed. And here we also see, Terry, up in here, that the 8 horse does have some second race upside, making just its second start today, putting that number up to about 95. Our speed figure for par is 91. You also catch over here the 6 horse, contrary, an 8-point top last race speed figure. So is it that the second time starter? Is it the horse with all of the class last outs? Before we get to Terry's best bet of the day, drum roll, please. Voila. Take it away, Mr. Terry.
All right. Well, I like the 6 contrary as my best bet of the day. I'm going for a third day in a row with my best bet winning. Second last out against stronger competition. Shares the fastest dirt speed today. Drops in class today. Trainer and jockey both have high win rates. And then I like the 8. Won her debut race at Tampa Bay Downs. Has a high percentage of trainer and jockey at a bullet workout on December 27th. I like the 2, switches to a high percentage winning trainer, has a high percentage winning jockey, drops in class today. And then Royal Poppy, the 7's my long shot, ran second in the last race. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters, actually tied. If you bet my what I suggested yesterday, you would have made a 45% profit. So today I'm going to tell you to bet $30 to win on the 6, $10 exacta box 6 to 8. A $10 exacta 6 with the 2, 5, 7, and 8. And I'm going to go off a little bit different. I'm going to do a $10 double 6 with the 1.
So maybe a secondary consideration for the best bet today. Well, I'm going to go with the 8 horse here, Terry. As my first selection, that one would be Domino Vitali. Simulation favorite, top total pace setter, second race upside. We'll give him a chance. Number 6, Contrary. That one is your top last race speed figure, and that is 8 points better than everybody else for a yes horse with the strongest par plus. All of the race internals were better across the board last time out. It's also Terry's best bet of the day. You got to like that. When I should just add that into my commentary as well, Terry. Number 2, Sherbini. This is a maybe horse. A lot of the horses in here are no's. Should be involved early, and along with being involved early, has some late pace. And then finally, I'm going to go with the 3 horse Puckered. A little bit of a long shot here, Terry, Puckered, but it's a pretty big overlay. It is a yes horse, and when you get those yes horses with some overlay ability, why not add them into your picks, just in case? I'm all out of money, so no more bets for me. Before we move off to the final race for you and I this week, Terry, of course, Just a final reminder that there's one great way you can help the show today and make sure you don't miss anything that we do for the rest of 2026, where we expect a lot of big things, Terry. And real quick, how can you help the show today?
Well, if you're watching this show and you haven't subscribed to YouTube, then you need to subscribe. It's easy to do. It doesn't cost you anything. You get a lot of free information here, and it helps a lot if you're betting the horses. And go ahead and hit the bell on YouTube, which will tell you about all the different shows coming up. Copy the link, share it with everybody you know, and then go to our social sites at Horse Racing, the number 2 day, and give us a like and a thumbs up. Also, keep these comments and picks coming as you see during the show, as we like to see them, and they help out a lot.
Yes, I mean, the more banter, the merrier. So, yes, stay in the holiday mood, make us merry, hit us up with a comment. 5 furlongs on the turf to close out the show today, Terry. They tend to make these races pretty quick. So, as you might imagine, having some early speed is a good way to go. In fact, it's so good that if you get to the front, you're going to win half the time, just about. Post positions, really no advantage anywhere. So in the finale, Terry, speed is going to be a major factor. And who's got the most speed?
Well, an outside horse does that 10, 39.2%, followed up by the 11. So those two horses are going to break out together, I think. And I think the 10 may outbreak the 11 and get there first.
Yeah, you also look here, you got the 8, 9, 10, and 11, really only the 3 and the 1 on the inside. So those middle horses got to be careful that they don't get shuffled back. Here we go, Terry. I mean, how often have you seen this? Look at that. Bang. Everybody but the 7 wants to be on the front. The 7 is your lone closer, but he doesn't grade out with the most late speed. That actually goes to the 3 horse. So we look in here, Terry, another one of these where it's not some – you got one strong C-zone. And that's that one there.
That's that 2. Yeah, he's got 83%. So,
and the 2 is your only class dropper. Terry, all these horses getting to the front, one closer. Yeah, you got to be careful not to get bumped, not to get shuffled. So this might be a case where looking for some value could be to your benefit.
Yeah, you can take a look at that 3. It's 7-1 to 8-1, and then the 6 has a value from about 13-1 to 30-1, and the 11 has a value from 7-2 to 15-1.
Yeah, so you got some. This looks to me like a race that just about anything can happen. You do have a lot of horses that showed some better fractions last time out. A bunch that showed better late pace. Only a couple that improved at the start of the race. Over here, Terry, you can't improve much off of the 1's jockey.
No, he's the best jockey. 8's the best trainer, but the 8 has the best jockey-trainer combination.
And the 1 horse is your simulation favorite, Terry, although the 11 is pretty close in there. The 10 horse is your top total pace horse. In a race that can go a lot of different ways, which way did you take it?
I went with the 1, and I think this 1 is going to break out of that gate and go to the front and go all the way around. He's won his only turf start at today's distance at Gulfstream Park. Drops in class today, matches top turf speed. Trainer and jockey have strong win rates. Polestar, the 8 is my second choice. Won the last race at Gulfstream Park, has a high percentage win. Trainer and jockey. Known as Love, the 4 placed 2 out of 2 career starts, winning at last race at Aqueduct, trained by a top percentage trainer and a high percentage winning jockey. Epic Lady Luck, the 3 is my third choice, finishing the money in the last 3 races, winning the last race, trained by a high percentage winning trainer, and Lasix is added. That's my long shot. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
All right, one last thing here. I hope I didn't spell it. I did spell it wrong because I can't tell what I'm doing. Qualified. So in the second race, I did get a chance to look back at that, Terry.
Yeah.
And the 4 horse did win race number 2, as the 9 horse was disqualified for cutting off the 1 horse.
That's right. Yep.
In the finale, for me, I have the 4 horse Known as Love. That's my top selection. Strong effort in its last race, getting first time Lasix today. And this horse could boom, could bust, making the 3rd career start for the first time. 8, the Pulsar, should be involved from the beginning of the race to the end of the race. The one horse, it's your morning line favorite, it's your simulation favorite, does have a strong par plus score, meaning very likely to get above today's par speed figure of 85. You have that at 40.7% chance. Only the 11 comes close. And then finale, I'm going to go with the 6 horse. If you said so, a little bit of a long shot, and there is a maybe horse, only 1 point short. Why not take an overlay, Terry? At 30-1, that should be bet down to 13-1. And if you look here, it shows up pretty nicely. It's the 5th over here. It's the 3rd over here. So it also has a strong C zone over there. So it shows up well all across. It even has a good par plus in there, Terry, with some better fractions last time out. So what the hell at a good price? That's it for me. No more bets because I ran out of all of my money in the opening half of the card. Through the first 2 races, race number 1 was won by who won race number 1, Terry?
Oh, let me see here.
I forget already. Was it the 4 horse? Yes,
It was
no, the 6 horse.
6 horse.
Yes,
And then the 4 ran second.
And then in the second race, the 4 horse won. So
That's right.
just bet all of my 4th picks all the way down. And if the 6s have great days today, so will you. As far as our bets today are looking. Race number 3, 50-cent trifecta box. Race number 4, a pick 4. Race number 5, Terry, an exacta key box. Race number 6, another exacta key box. Race number 7, the last of the pick 4s. Nothing in race 8. Race number 9 is Terry's best bet of the day. He's going for a hat trick. 3, 1, 2, 3. Best bets in a row. No bets in race number 10. Again, tomorrow I will return with my good friend Tom for the dude. Where did you see the races? You can watch them on TVG. You can watch them on Twin Spires. Anywhere you can bet the races, you can watch the races. Anywhere they really raced them because they are thugs. Well, that's not really what happened. The 9 horse cut off the 1 horse. All right. Terry, as always, we close the show with words of wisdom from you. And what are they today?
Well, you got to be really careful. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Midwest, I guess. That's the Midwest. And just be careful. It's all right to protest, but don't get violent about it. Go ahead and give your loved ones a hug and a kiss because you never know what's going to happen. And have a great rest of the day. And I'll see you on Monday at Parks Racing.
Yeah, how about maybe just understand the way our system works is the courtroom is the place that you go fight these things out, not on the streets.
Yeah.
And then, that's the way our system works. And we should really employ it so that we can avoid some of this nonsense. Anyway, on all sides. Anyway, for me, no matter what you're doing for the rest of this day, we certainly hope that it's filled with God's grace, God's favor, and that every single thing that's in your heart ends up in
the winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. Make it a fantastic, terrific Terry Thursday. Terry and I will see you on Monday. Thomas and I will see you